The world of Tyria is in turmoil. Great and powerful forces struggle in battle to decide its fate, and no longer could I sit idly by and wait for fate to catch up with me. Outwards from the city I ventured with nothing but my trusty gun, a pack full of explosives and a murderous pyromania, determined to do something to this world. Determined to do something to help this world. I am Big Dave, and this is my story. Day 1. I have ventured forth from the city for the very first time in my life, looking for people to help and rights to wrong. Or something like that, anyway. I shortly stumbled across a farmer who was having trouble. Most of our farmhands had been driven off by a mix of bandit attack and worm infestation. "Great," I said. "I shall deal with these bandits and worms forthwith." Then she told me that some other people had just defeated the worms, and before that they'd already driven the bandits off. But that Daisy could do with being fed, and there's plenty of work for a farmhand to do. Slightly deflated, I reminded myself of why I was out here. To help people, fight the good fight and blow shit up. In the absence of blowing shit up and fights to fight, I might as well get mucky. At least I could go home and pretend I'd been wrestling ogres. After overfeeding Daisy, I discovered something quite peculiar. A bucket of water that sparkled. A bucket of water with seemingly infinite water within. Unsure of what to do with the water, indeed the farmer had said something about watering something or other, but my mind had wandered and I was now too busy pondering the possibilities of this magical bucket. I could wash things. I could wash everything. I tried washing a farmhand, he didn't seem to care, but at least he smelled a bit better. I tried washing some livestock, didn't seem to care either. It still smelled, and it also smelled damp. I washed a guard, he seemed a bit sniffly, but otherwise ignored his now damp crotch. I washed the blonde layabout, who just continued to sit there. The barmaid ignored me, as did the patrons. Are these people so blasted not even water can rouse them? And this blackboard outside, what kind of chalk is this that's immune to water? How do they clear it from day to day? Fire? So infuriated I was, I decided to try and ruin the day of everyone I could find. That's a nice campfire. Shame if something... What? What is this fire made of? Thermite? My god! This bucket's not full of water at all. It's some magical liquid that's completely ethereal. It tricks the foolish into pranks and japes, only to see the smile wiped from their face as they discover in time that the water is fake and it merely makes you grow ever more irate. Disgusted with myself, I returned to the farmer. "This water is tricksy," I dumped a load on her. "Of course, my dear," she went back to her hoeing. "It only works on the things in my farm. Now be a good girl and water my field." Enraged, I yell out, "Girl? Who's a girl?" "You are, aren't you?" indicating my jacket. "A nice pair of lumps and a cute ginger haircut." "This haircut is manly," I walked off in a fit. "And they're grenades, you wet wench. They're for blowing shit up."